one with the Mavericks. Let's do the entire NBA. This one should be a little bit easier, I think. Most underrated player in the NBA. I'm excited to see. I have a stance that I've said this before. I think in the modern era of like NBA Twitter and stuff, I don't think there's any underrated or overrated players, to be completely honest with you. And maybe it's just me because I'm listen to podcasts, and any player who would be underrated I know about and I hear people talk about quite a bit. So it's like hard to figure out who is underrated or overrated in today's NBA. I feel like everyone's properly rated. Everybody has a group of people who love them. Everyone has a group of people that hate them. You'll say, Cade Cunningham. That's actually a good one. That's actually an underrated player. I'm going to be real. Cade is a good pick. Yes, this is current NBA. Once a player gets overrated enough, the Twitter sphere pushes back and overcorrects. I mean, that's true for both overrated and underrated. He's not underrated. He's just in Detroit. Is Drew underrated? No chance anymore. Like, no chance in hell. We were having Drew Holiday Hall of Fame discussions on Twitter. Like, no way. Embiid is overhated. I think that's probably right. You see where I'm getting at? It can't be Derek White either. Like, it cannot be Derek White. It's not Derek White. Aaron Gordon's interesting. I don't think it can be Jonathan Isaac. I think everybody loves Jonathan Isaac. De'Aaron Fox, no. Well, you guys know who I'm putting for overrated. Oh, man, let's just get the overrated one out of the way. Domantas Sabonis. Okay. Images. Headshot. There we go. Copy. Boom. Paste. All right. Okay. Oh, this is going to be tough. Who's the worst player in the NBA? Come on. Come on. Who's the worst player in the NBA? That just sounds mean. Omax? Sort by negative EPM. All right, let's see who it's going to be some random role player. Bronny. Dwight Powell. Come on, guys. Get serious. Get serious, guys. Seriously, get serious, guys. Maxwell Lewis. The Lakers rookie last year. Holy shit. He was the worst by a comfortable margin. Jalen Hood-Schifino was the second worst. Good job by the Lakers in the draft. AJ Griffin was bad. Jalen McDaniels is terrible. Who's the worst, actual... Johnny Davis. Who's the actual, kind of big minute player in the NBA? Troy Brown Jr. got 15 minutes a game last year. And played in 60 games. Would never have guessed that in a million years. Nick Smith. Who's, the worst not young player that actually has some expectations surrounding them? Grady Dick, okay, but he's a rookie. Malachi Branham stinks, but he's also 20 years old. Shake Milton, okay. PJ Tucker was ass last year. Tim Hardaway Jr. is not the worst player in the NBA, guys. Come on. I'm not doing worst. It's too mean. It's too mean to me. I actually kind of think Jalen McDaniels is one of the worst players in the league. Let's go years in the league greater than 2. It's not, guys, it can't be Tim Hardaway Jr. Most underrated. See, what? Who's underrated? I'm just, Kate Cunningham actually makes sense to me, to be honest with you. Trae Young. I'm going Cade. I'm actually going Cade. And I don't know if I would have done it if whoever that was in the chat didn't say it. Whoever in the chat said, you're going to say Cade Cunningham and you're going to be wrong. It's not Drew Holiday, man. It can't be. It simply can't be Drew Holiday. We just did the Hall of Fame talk. You can't say, this guy deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Cade has so many Glazers calling him Luca Light. Cade does not have that many Glazers. You're probably just talking about Pistons fans. I'm a big believer in Cade Cunningham, folks. Best, I mean, let's just not pull any punches here. Luca, I don't give a fuck. This is what we're doing. Don't care. This is what we're doing. Okay. Worst. I like whoever said we can do worst value, right? Because that's a little bit nicer to me. What the hell? Okay, please fuck off. I'm done with you. What's going on? Why? Oh. Why'd you pop up all the way over there? Worst value contract in the league. Who would that be? Is it? I mean, it's Ben Simmons, but he's on expiring now. Bradley Beal. No, Fred VanVleet was good. Bradley Beal's dog shit contract mixed in with the no trade clause is just horrible. Who's the funniest player in the league? Now, it depends on what your definition of funniest is. LeBron's got an argument, right? Luka definitely has an argument. KD, Dylan Brooks has an argument. Draymond has an argument. I think it's LeBron. Yeah, it's LeBron. Plus, we got to get Braun on here. But who is like the funniest, like intentionally funny guy? Anthony Edwards for sure. Definitely has an argument. LeBron's is unintentionally funny, but it is just fantastic. Most annoying. Most annoying. Brunson's pretty funny, yeah. Embiid, definitely. Embiid has an argument. Grant Williams is not the most annoying player in the league. I'm sorry. Celtics logo. Draymond. Josh Hart's funny. Yeah. Tatum's not annoying. Tatum just does nothing. Let's go with Embiid. It has to be Embiid for me. It has to be Embiid. It has to be Embiid. I just it makes me so angry watching him. And that part of what makes it even angrier for me, the foul baiting, the flopping is all one thing, but it's just like, fuck man, when he's on, he's so good, and it is really fun to watch. Like when he's just dominating a game, it's just unbelievable. But then it's just like the flops will just be like, oh God. It's like, Jesus. Yeah, and then I'm sorry, how has he skated past some of these playoff disasters? He has skated past them. I will not forget the Hawks series, man. Yes, Ben Simmons stunk. Guess what? Embiid fucking sucked in that series. Okay? Embiid averaged like 8 turnovers a game the last 3 games of the series. Most potential? Now, probably piss you guys off, but this is very easily Victor Wembanyama. Like, I don't think this is really close currently. Now, interestingly, Hoop Collective did a podcast yesterday or a couple days ago, and they did a franchise draft. Like if for some reason there was a franchise draft and you had to pick one player to build a franchise around, Wemby went first. But they were, I was a little bit surprised. Like I kind of thought that we would get some bullshit Anthony Edwards thing. But no, they went with Luka comfortably second, and then they made an argument for Luka to actually be first. So much so that, you know what, I will throw Luka. I'll put a little mini Luka in here just because you got to remember him. Like, yes, Wemby does have the most potential, but Luka's made 5 All-NBA first teams in 6 years in the league. Most wasted potential. Ben Simmons is a good one. No, the Luka's argument is, hey, I came into the league, was really good my rookie year, and second year in the league, I made All-NBA first team, and I've made it every single year since, and I just made the NBA Finals. Okay, Lynn bias. We're talking about current NBA players. Yeah, I mean, this is comfortably Ben Simmons. I mean, I think Zion has a good argument here, but it feels gross putting Zion because of the injury stuff. However, Zion was like, at the time, probably the most hyped prospect since LeBron. Every single one of his Duke games was on TV. Anytime he did anything at Duke, it was talked about forever. We'll do Ben. It's easily Ben Simmons, and then yes, I agree. We'll do a little mini Zion. I'll do a mini Zion because they're still like he's good when he plays. He's good. When he plays, he's good, right? And he does look good. There's pictures of him being skinny. Now we do this every single year with him. Ben Simmons is like, and it's crazy, man. I was doing I forgot what the fuck I was looking at. Oh, I was looking at this thing that was like comparing the top 100 lists over like the last 5-6 years in the movement. And man, there was like a 4-year stretch where in every top 100 list, Ben Simmons was like top 30. Man. But didn't Simmons at least reach part of his potential? I mean, dude, no. Ben Simmons was like, do you not remember that infamous Colin Cowherd clip? The infamous Colin Cowherd clip. Hey, LeBron. We're good. Hey, LeBron. We're good. Like, Ben Simmons was the next LeBron James. A little small Zion. Just to know that it's... Best passer? I mean, I don't give a shit. Okay. I don't care. What am I mean, what do you want me to say? Now, I'll put Jokic here. Let's... Oh, I'm going to put him in a Jokic, yes. Well, I'm also putting Jokic best in the post. Because he does belong there. Best perimeter defender. Drew, Caruso, Herb Jones all come to mind. Not Kawhi anymore. Not Kawhi any longer. I want to say Drew. Herb Jones is... I mean, there's a lot of great ones. Jaden McDaniels is an option. I can't get past Luka just torching him. It's not fair to him. He's just... Here's the thing is, Drew Holiday's like... What makes Drew Holiday better than like a Jaden McDaniels in my mind? You can't really bully him either. Like he's strong, he's sturdy. Jaden McDaniels can get bullied a little bit. Like Luka bullied the fuck out of Jaden McDaniels. Just big bodied him. Too big. And I'm not saying height wise. He was too big. He was too strong. This is Drew, and I'm leaving Drew in here by himself. I actually think he's... Caruso definitely deserves a shout. Herb Jones, Jaden McDaniels, Derek White. It's true. Smart, strong. So rim defender, I am thinking Wemby, but you have Anthony Davis, you have Gobert, obviously. You haven't like Embiid deserves some. If we're just talking purely rim protection, Embiid deserves a shout. Bam is a good rim protector. What makes Bam so good is his versatility as a center, right? Wemby and small AD. No, Bam's not in like a purely rim defender conversation. I'm actually going to give Rudy Gobert the nod here right now. I think Wemby's instincts have to get a little bit better currently. And again, what makes Wemby so promising as a defender is more than just rim protection. I'm going to put Gobert here, but I'm going to throw a mini Victor Wembanyama as well as a mini Anthony Davis onto that. Oh, no. Boom. Little mini Victor Wembanyama. Let's get a little mini Anthony Davis. And then I want to throw a tiny mini Embiid. Okay. No Embiid. A mini Anthony Davis. Beep. Actually, I'll throw a little mini Embiid. Just rim protection. Embiid can be lazy on defense. He can be food on the perimeter, but he is still a great rim protector. Oh. Most athletic. It's the Thompson twins, right? I mean, pretty easily. Most athletic could low-key go to Derrick Jones Jr. I think it's the Thompson twins, comfortably. It's not Derrick Jones Jr., man. I don't think it's Ant. I'm going with the Thompson twins. The Thompson twins, like, once... I know, Derrick Jones Jr. is insane Mavs bias. God, I actually am rooting for them pretty heavily because they are absurdly fun to watch. They'll do like 2 or 3 things a game where you're like, wait, what the fuck? Just athletically. Does athletic mean jump high? Youth bias, Zoomer slightly back at it again. So I'm not Unk? No, it doesn't mean jump high. And I mean, I don't know if you're saying the Thompson twins are they just jump high. The Thompson twins are obscene athletes. I mean, they're absurd athletes. John Morant's also an absurd athlete too. I mean, I definitely see an argument for Ja. Best handles. All right, let's go over here. Copy. Paste. Best shooter, Steph Curry. No, I honest to God, Kyrie's, I think, in a class of his own with the handles. And I don't think anyone else deserves to be in there. Nas Reed versus the Mavericks? No, seriously. Same thing with Steph. Best shooter comfortably. That's why I also think Jokic best post player comfortably. I mean, maybe some arguments for like Embiid, but Jokic is just so good out of the post. No, Curry's got good handles, but best role player. So see, I'm taking Drew out of this. Drew's an all-star to me. Like, Drew made an all-star game. I know that's not his role currently, but who would be second best in handles? I think Luka would have an argument. Derek White. How about, should we just do Derek White? Honest to God, you want to know what I'm going to do? Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. There you go. Do with that information what you will. This feels good. Most underrated for me is Cade Cunningham. This will just be personal opinion stuff, like most underrated and overrated. Most overrated, Sabonis. And here's why, folks. This motherfucker got a Defensive Player of the Year vote. And not just City. I'm pretty sure it was first place, wasn't it? I was laughing my ass off looking at Derrick Rose's basketball reference page like a week ago. And the funniest shit, he got a first place MVP vote. Okay, my bad. Sabonis did not get a first place vote. So Derrick Rose's page obviously won the MVP, the youngest MVP ever, 22 years old, injured, boom, career basically over after that point, or at least the Derrick Rose that we thought we were about to get. Actually, you know what? Should a small Derrick Rose, who's currently still in the league, correct? Is Derrick Rose on a team right now? Most wasted potential could be sneaking a Derrick Rose right here. He's still technically in the league. MVP. Derrick Rose got an MVP vote as recently as 2021. So I was looking at this. I was like, what the fuck? I mean, great year. Finished third in Sixth Man of the Year voting. Really kind of a resurgence. Was that the year he dropped 50? No, he did that with Minnesota. So I was like, okay, that was cool. Like, how the hell did this happen? So I click on it. I go look at it. Not only did he get a vote, he got a first place vote. So then I'm like, what the fuck? How did Derrick Rose get a first place MVP vote? And does that person still have a vote? They had a fan vote. They did like a fan poll and a vote, and Derrick Rose won the thing, and they pulled the plug on that shit. That was the last they did of that. They let fans vote on one, voted for Derrick Rose, and they pulled the plug. Oh man! Shout out to Derrick Rose. Best Luka. Hey, debate a wall. Debate a wall. But okay, fine. I'll put a small Jokic so I don't get screamed at. I'll also throw a small Giannis. I think those are the three best players in the league. I won't hear an argument for anyone else. I think that's like a clear top three for me. I don't think that anybody else is. And also it's good to get Giannis on here because he deserves to be on here in some capacity. No, I don't think Shea is there. I do not think Shea is as good as these three. Worst value contract in the league, I think, is Bradley Beal. That no trade clause is just atrocious. But who are some other ones? Ben Simmons is on an expiring contract now, so it's not nearly as bad. Although he would, of course, have been the easiest choice here for a while. Levine. Yeah, Levine definitely deserves a shout out for this, I guess. We'll throw Zach Levine on there. That breaks my heart. Tim Hardaway Jr. is on an expiring contract. No, not Dame. I'll tell you what. Paul George could sneak up on this. I know. Levine does belong on here, though. Funniest is LeBron. Most annoying Embiid. Most potential Wemby. With Luka. Deserving a shout just because Luka's still 24 years old. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. 25. How the fuck? Did Derek Lively get most potential? Most wasted potential, Ben Simmons. Pretty easily. No. Lively on the got the most potential for Mavs fans on this. I don't. I think they're thinking most untapped. Yeah, I think so. Well, I was just looking at it as who entered the Dallas Mavericks organization with the most potential. Answer easily Luka Doncic. Best passer? I think it's Luka. I think he's the best passer in the league. I'm working on something where I'm watching every Luka assist of the season. His passing bag is just absurd, man. You watch guys like Domantas Sabonis. You see how many of his assists are just handoffs or basic reads or whatever the case may be. You know, nothing wrong with that, but you see how like his 8-9 assists a game stack up versus a Luka 9 assists a game where he's throwing live dribble skip passes with his offhand, where he's chunking 60-foot touchdown passes. The lookaways, the no looks, and I'm not talking to Tyrese Halliburton. I'm staring at you. I'm passing the ball. Now I'm looking away. I'm talking. I am manipulating the defense by looking at you, and I know you're over here. I might not even see you, but I know you're in the corner. The defense is gonna. I'm passing it to the corner. Yeah, live dribble passing is a very slept-on skill trait. Dribble handoff versus atomic bomb. Yeah, basically. And Jokic has an incredible passing bag as well. And so does, like, Harden. Although Harden's sort of decline as a scorer, I think, has taken away from him as a playmaker a tiny bit. Halliburton has a good passing bag, but it's not to the level of these two. LeBron, obviously. I don't know if I already said LeBron, but it's kind of a similar thing with Harden. Best perimeter defender has to be Drew Holiday. Best rim defender is still Gobert, but AD, Wemby, Embiid. Thompson twins get most athletic for me. Best handles Kai. Best shooter Steph, with Luka being second, but Steph's pretty comfortably ahead. You have a 105 fever? Damn, that doesn't sound healthy. Best in post Jokic. Best role player, the entire Boston Celtics team. Do with that information what you will.